I have received some terrible advice in the past, even from professionals. I remember one time when I was at rock bottom with my anxiety and I went to see the GP. After offloading all of my problems onto her, she told me about a time when she was very stressed sitting her exams. The way she would cope with the stress was by eating apple pie. So her advice to me was to eat apple pie or any other dessert that took my fancy. I was gobsmacked and I couldn't even bring myself to give a response. The problem with this advice and all of the following comments are that they invalidate the anxiety sufferer. They make out like there's a quick fix, and if you could just snap out of it, you'd feel better. They make out like it's all your fault that you're in this mess, and you alone are holding yourself back. So here are 6 things not to say to someone with anxiety. Number 1, calm down. Someone with an anxiety disorder can't simply calm down. Anxiety at such high levels may have incapacitated the sufferer. Telling someone to calm down in this state makes it sound like they are choosing to feel this way. Mental illness is not a choice, and if it was, no one would ever choose it. If you could just calm down, no one would ever have a panic attack. Number 2, you need to push through it and just suck it up. One thing that will never help an anxiety sufferer is tough love. Anxiety sufferers often get labelled as wimps, crybabies, or weaklings. These words aren't applicable to someone with an anxiety disorder because the disorder prevents them from controlling their response to fear. Forcing someone to face their fears in this tough love manner will only make things worse. You will cause more anxiety and more panic attacks, and you will also be piling on additional heaps of shame. Ultimately, it's best to let them deal with this in their own way and accept that maybe on this occasion you don't know best. Number 3, just don't think about it. If the fix was this easy, then anxiety would never be a problem. If I said to you, don't think about pink elephants for 10 seconds or someone in your family will die, you will spend the next 10 seconds exclusively thinking about pink elephants. Number 4, other people have things much worse than you. This just isn't helpful. Everyone who's ever gone through anything knows that there's someone somewhere out there who has things much worse. That doesn't change their situation or make it any easier. What an anxiety sufferer will probably hear from this advice is, you're ungrateful and that's why you feel this way. Not very helpful and adds yet another layer of guilt and shame, neither of which are very good at relieving anxiety. Number 5, it's all in your head. At best, this is stating the obvious. At worst, you're saying this is all in your head and you're imagining your anxiety. This completely and utterly invalidates the problem. It's very unlikely that someone suffering from anxiety will open up to you again after a comment like this. You've pushed them away and made it more likely that they will isolate themselves from you and from the rest of the world. Number 6, you aren't trying hard enough to get better. I am certain that everyone suffering from an anxiety disorder is trying their hardest with every fibre in their body to get better. Fighting anxiety is a constant battle and is incredibly exhausting. This sort of comment could cause the sufferer to give up hope, and with thousands of people committing suicide in the UK each year, that's a pretty risky thing to do. Whether you've received comments like this or given comments like this, I hope you found this video useful. I hope I've not come across as preachy or mean-spirited. Most of the time, people are just trying to help in any way that they think they can. So more often than not, these kind of comments do come from a place of love and care. If you would like to get in touch with me about anything at all, please email anxiousandrewchannel@gmail.com. See you on the next one.